My servants can smell your blood, human.
Well, that can only mean one thing. Actually, I guess it can't, but the thing it means is that it's time for a monthly update, because July's over. August is here already? How did that happen? I don't think that could be right, but apparently, according to the calendar, it is. It's August. Another month has passed. Another month of video games. We're taking a look at a bit more Hexen. I played a little bit of Hexen earlier in the month. This is just me looking around the second hub, trying to remember where to go, because it has been some time since I played it. But while we watch this, I guess we'll just talk about what's been going on during the month and what is going on during next month. I mean, I guess that's really one and the same, because most of what's going on just kind of continues going on. Of course, there's been Nier Automata, the lengthy playthrough of that. As we end July, we've entered Route C, which so far we've been alternating in Route C between two characters. And I'm not really sure. I mean, we know where we need to go. Like, the objectives are always clearly marked, but I'm not really sure where the story's going right now. At the end of Route B, we kind of switched gears as to what was happening in the story, and I don't really know who the villain is right now or what it is we're trying to do. I'm sure that will become clear as time goes on. And of course, I have been delaying things by doing side quests, as I have usually been doing. But I think we're at around 85% side quest completion in Nier, so there can't be too many left, I think. We have to be getting near the end of side quests. I think that has to be the case. Just because it has to end at 100%, right? So there couldn't be that many left. And if we are almost done with side quests, then that would mean that story progression would start to happen pretty rapidly. Because it would have been happening rapidly if I wasn't doing side quests. But I've liked doing the side quests. I've liked doing, all of the additional content. I've been having a lot of fun playing Nier. It's been a pretty relaxing game to play. It's relaxing and fun. And I've enjoyed basically playing it throughout the year so far. I started playing it in January, so we're over halfway through the year. It took a little break there for like a couple months, but most of the year so far has been spent playing some Nier. I think I'm something around 38 hours into the game, I guess. It was something like that, I think. Getting near 40, I suppose. So I suppose once we actually continue on with the main quest, what the actual story is supposed to be will present itself, but it hasn't quite yet. But of course, that's continuing on into August, during the usual schedule of posting a video Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday, as it has been up to now. And then, of course, the other game that I've been playing has been Omicron, the Nomad Soul, which I don't actually know how far we are in that. It's nowhere near as long as Nier, at least according to How Long to Beat. How Long to Beat doesn't show it as being a very long game. So I'm assuming we're over halfway done with that, at least. I don't know for sure, but if we weren't, then the game would have to be a good deal longer than it was presented as on How Long to Beat. But yeah, I've been enjoying playing that as well, even though that game does have some significant problems. There are some points in the game where they just kind of decided, maybe the player shouldn't be having fun. We should probably just delay any kind of progress in order to expand the game time, is what it seems to me. Kind of seems like that to me. But aside from issues like that, I have been having a good time trying to get my soul out of Omicron, you understand. You understand it's a very serious situation. Not just playing a video game here. My soul is stuck in the other dimension. I have to keep playing until I get it out. It's just that right now, it doesn't really seem like what we've been doing has a whole lot to do with that. We've just been running missions for the Awakened, and I kind of feel like they're taking advantage of our situation. You know, I have to work for them because I need their advice to get my soul out, but they have not been giving me much in the way of advice. They're just like, here, plant this bomb under this bridge, it'll be okay. Put this box on this antenna, don't worry about guards, it should be fine. Break into this heavily guarded factory and blow it up. You have to do it because you need our help, or otherwise your soul will go to hell. So, that's the situation I find myself in Omicron. I have been forced to become a terrorist, or else I will go to hell, is the situation. I have to commit terrorism to save my soul, is the deal. But the government in Omicron is evil, so they deserve it. So we are that makes us freedom fighters, not terrorists. There's an important distinction there between the two. Terrorism is what you do to the good government. Freedom fighting is what you do to the evil government. So Omicron continues with its normal schedule of Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. So near 3 videos a week, Omicron 3 videos a week. You know, I originally was thinking to do like a long game, which was near, and a short game. You know, I guess I just started doing Omicron, which is kind of a long game. So I kind of sabotage my own schedule, I guess, because I'm not doing a short game. Like, previous to this, I did Remothered, right? And that was a very short game. That was only... Where did I end on that? Like, part 6 or 7? It was very short. And the intention was to continue to do short games like that, but then, you know, I started playing Omicron, and I felt, wow, I probably should just go ahead and keep playing this. I should probably just record this. So that's how we ended up in the position we are right now, where there hasn't been a new game for a couple months because both Nier and Omicron have been taking some time. Nier, of course, longer than Omicron. I don't know if Omicron is going to end during August. I kind of suspect it will. Otherwise, if it doesn't, then the game is longer than I thought it was. But it might end during August. We'll see. We will see. And then, of course, on Saturdays, there are the one-time videos, and in the past month of July, I did introduce a new series, Dostopia, which I hope you've enjoyed. Just playing some DOS games. You know, the idea is that DOS has a long and storied library, and I like looking at old obscure games, maybe games that aren't considered to be traditionally good, or good in any sense of the word. But I haven't looked at, it's been a while, I should say, since I've looked at DOS in that way. And there is a lot of material in DOS games. And, you know, most people who might do DOS games, they might do the more well-known ones, the more flagship games. Who's gonna look at games like Suburban Commando? Who, I ask you? It's a duty someone has to take. I guess no one has to take it, but I guess that's what I'm doing. So I guess we'll take a look at DOS games in the same way that I was looking at, you know, Xbox Live indie games, where we're not necessarily looking at the cream of the indie game scene. That doesn't mean it'll always be bad, of course. We will sometimes have bigger, more well-known games like Hexen that we're seeing right here, which I wanted to play because, oh man, after Suburban Commando, I was kind of depressed about DOS, so I had to play something that I liked in DOS to get myself feeling good about it again. But DOStopia will not be every week. This past Saturday, I did that VR video playing Genesis games in VR the way it was always intended to be played. You know, Sega was ahead of its time. You might not realize it, but when they made the Genesis, or the Mega Drive as it was known, they thought it's going to be a number of years before someone is able to put on a VR headset and pretend that they are in a child's bedroom playing this system, but we'll get there someday. They were true visionaries, and that day has finally arrived. I just feel that maybe, you know, why not take more advantage of the situation and have, like, Sonic and his friends hanging out in your room with you? Like, complimenting you on how well you're playing. You could pretend that Sonic and his friends are your friends. You can sit in your room and sit in the virtual room and have Sega characters all around you talking to you. You know, why not do that? I think they should go further with the whole VR thing. It doesn't have to be Sonic characters. It could be like Streets of Rage characters, but they'd probably be angrier, you know? They'd probably like curse you out if you were doing badly and demand that you give them the controller. It'd be a high-stress situation, probably. So I imagine Sonic and his friends are more easygoing. Or, like, you know, Sega owns the Yakuza franchise. You could have, like, the characters from Yakuza appear, though they, you know, they might be a bit too intense. Maybe characters from Shenmue could show up, because Ryo plays video games. We know that. Like, Ryo could be there in your room, and he could say, "I love this," and he could play some Space Harrier with Ryo. I'm just saying that maybe they need to go further with the whole VR thing. But yeah, I did that video on the on VR, so Dostopia will not be every week. We'll still be getting things like Demo Friends, and you know, other things like perhaps the occasional retro friend or the occasional free shorty. We'll see. It kind of really depends on what is happening that week. Is there anything new coming out? Is there anything interesting? Or did I have a DOS game in mind? You know, so it'll change from week to week. We'll see how it goes. So going into August, that's basically the situation. That's basically what we got. Not too much in the way of change. Dostopia was the main change of the channel during this past month, so things will kind of continue on as it has until we finish one of our main games, and I'm assuming Omicron will be finished before Nier. Maybe I shouldn't assume that, because we are in Route C and Nier, so who knows how long I have left on that, but I have a feeling that Omicron is going to be shorter to the point that we will finish it before we finish Nier, because Nier, of course, can be stretched out based on what extra content there is. And I mean, I've been doing the side quests, but I haven't even really gotten any of the joke endings in Nier. I've gotten like a couple, but there's a lot, and somehow I haven't been getting them, which is weird when I think about it, considering how I've been all over that map doing as many side quests as I can. I just really haven't run into any of these joke endings. As far as how much of that stuff I'm going to try to do in Nier, I'm not really sure. I'm just sort of winging it. Basically, I think my feeling on Nier is I'll finish it when I feel like I've had enough. I haven't had enough yet. But like when I actually finish the game, will I feel like going back to get any joke endings or completing any side quests that I haven't done? I don't know. You know, I'll see how I feel at that time. As for what is going to happen after either Nier or Omicron has been completed, well, I always have some games waiting in the wings, ready to possibly go. If we remember, I don't think it was July, it might have been June. We did take a look at Crying Is Not Enough, and it did seem like people wanted to continue that game. You know, I don't know if that game is as entertaining all the way through. I haven't played it since, but some people were saying they wanted to see more of that. And after the first Dostopia video, there have been people saying they want to see the continued adventures of the Dark Knight and Batman Returns, so those are a couple things I have as possibilities. There are more possibilities as well, but those are a couple that we have already seen. But as far as what I actually do, I don't really know right now. I won't know until I get there. For right now, it's Nier, it's Omicron, and it's one-off videos on Saturdays like DOS videos, Demo Friends, or assorted one-time videos. And here's where I die, where I fall into a pit. I forgot there was a pit in the pitch blackness, because that's what Hexen will do to you. And I guess that's it for this month's update. I'll see you in the Vidoos. Wait, hold on. I just completely forgot about something. I wanted to start doing again something that I had been doing in the update videos, which was bringing up old videos and playlists that had been posted a long time ago. And I was just looking through some old videos, seeing what could be good for that, and I came across the demo friend of Pocket Master, which was just a fantastic Android game. It's not a Pokemon clone, despite it, it's like they're Pokemon, but they're girls, and it doesn't play anything at all like Pokemon, but the characters they took Pokemon and they turned them into girls, and then it's I don't know. It like, you would think there would be some sort of resemblance in the gameplay to Pokemon, but it didn't play anything at all like that. And like, the people were in the comments and the reviews of it were real mad about the devs changing the names of the monsters, which originally were just the names from Pokemon, but then they had to change them because they don't own those names. So they changed they changed Bulbasaur to Boobracell. And they were real mad about those changes. Anyway, I was just taking a look at old videos, and I noticed this one, and I thought, oh yeah, I remember that. I would say if you're looking to watch a video right now, that's a pretty good one to watch. It's a real weird game, and maybe I should start up the old Android tablet again and start looking at what's on the Google Play Store. I doubt I'll find anything as quality as Pocket Master, because that is a thing, and I don't know if I would find a thing like that again. But if you're looking for a video to watch at the moment, how about Pocket Master? Just a really weird Android game that is trying to rip off Pokemon, but is nothing at all like Pokemon, and they changed the Pokemon into girls. So that's a video you can watch. I'll put the link in the description.